I stand firm for our soil. Liquor rock on force, and they juicy, so juicy. Dress me up in sticks.
Antonin Gaultier, good evening. You are the new coordinator of the Tokyo Interaction Center that will be launched on next Friday, 23rd of July. Can you tell us a little bit about the idea, how it was born, and what is the origin of the Tokyo Interaction Center?
Well, the origin and the very simple idea of the Tokyo Interaction Center is that interactivity is a word that we see everywhere these days. It's not something special, and I think in many fields people are talking about interactive in advertising, in gaming, of course, with cellular phones and mobile devices, and so everybody is using it, but actually all these different audiences are not talking to each other. So I think that's a starting point. We wanted to have a place, a location, virtual and an actual building where people can come and talk and share and discuss ideas related to interactivity. And that's, I think, the goal of the Interaction Center is to have this mix of very different people, from research, technology, to media, artists, advertising agencies, museums, and more. So that's the basic idea.
So Antonin, you sound to be French, and we are in Japan, Tokyo Interaction Center. How do you come to be here and to do this kind of activities? Can you tell us what is your history?
Yes, I'm very French, you can tell by my accent. I've been in Tokyo for 5 years now, and my background is very much in between business and art, because actually I study business and strategy in Paris. Then I came to Japan and I kind of changed to switch to more an artist life and activities. When I started the new Tokyo Contemporary Art Fair in Tokyo a few years ago, I was one of the co-founders. So living in Tokyo, meeting very different kind of people from the art world, from the business world, and also from technology, because it's something I've been very interested for a long time. I came to realize that we should do something about interactivity in Tokyo, and then I had the chance to meet Nicolas Loyo from LM3 Lab, which I think is maybe the only company with this kind of background and history in interactivity and in design here in Tokyo. And talking with him, between French maybe, I don't know, but we got this connection where we realized that we should do something about interactivity, and that it would be a good idea to actually mix the art world, the business world maybe, and the technology world to do something together. So that's, in very short, my background and how this center came together.
Antonin, what is your vision of interaction, and how do you relate interaction with your own project in arts and different domains?
Well, the vision is very simple. I think it's very connected to the philosophy of what we're doing now with the center. As I explained, we want to mix very different kind of audience, people who never talked to each other before. To me, every time I hear about interaction or this kind of words, that was very much from the technology side of things. We talked about user interface, touchless, and augmented reality, and of course, people were very excited in the technology world, and we had this kind of geek communication of people who know about it. But when it comes to the art world or the other audience, everybody is super excited with its new phone or things like that, and using touch screens and things like that. But no one knew how to use interaction and how to actually do something with it. And I think now, very simply, my vision is that all of this technology discussion, all of these difficult keywords, all of this kind of stuff, this is over. Now we should really focus on user experience. And the idea of experience is great because it's very transversal. It's something I think all audiences can understand, from an architect to a curator in a museum, to someone selling a product in a shop, to advertising agencies, to artists, to designers, and so on and so forth. So experience is a notion, a really important notion for everyone to share and to discuss. And very simply, I think this is my vision for the center and for interactivity. More and more, it will be centered around this idea of experience, not related with the hardware, with PCs or mobile phone or things like that. I think this will disappear. I think the user is back at the center of the discussion, and that's a really, really good thing. And I'm looking forward to see new developments in healthcare or in city planning or in very unexpected places, because this idea of experience is a very universal notion.
What are your personal projects? What do you plan to do in the next months, years?
We're always working on very different ideas and projects. As an independent curator, it always takes a lot of time to build things. So I tend to do maybe one exhibition every year or every 2 years. Now I have a project of bringing some Berlin artists in Tokyo next year in 2011, and maybe something else in Los Angeles in 2011 also. So it's a little bit early to talk about it, but I'm still working on exhibitions. But for me, the main focus now is the Think and what we can do with it. And we will work this summer in August on the program for the Think, and we will announce the program for the end of this year and 2011 in September. And we want to have a diverse range of events, from maybe conferences and specific presentation around specific technologies, and with also guest speakers from abroad. And one project that I can't tell too much right now at the moment, but I think we are all very excited about, is to start a call for projects, to ask different people to contribute and to give some ideas for projects. And we want to bring this to Kagurazaka here, of course, at the center, and maybe in some other places. So I will keep...
Antonin, thank you very much. It sounds very exciting. Please keep us posted.
Yes, it's going to be very interesting, and please follow us on Twitter. We are at Tokyo Interact, and please follow us on the blog tokyointeract.org.
Thank you very much.
I stand firm for our soil. Liquor I come forth when they juicy, so juicy. Dress me up in stitsy. Headless round the corner where I shelter. Isms is a schism. But living out a style.